Welcome back. A little while ago, I decided to challenge myself and build a tiny underwater world in my own backyard. Plants growing, fish thriving, a whole little ecosystem living in one tank. And somehow this old idea turned into something pretty magical. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to follow and support the channel. It really means a lot. Alright, let's rewind and see what happened with this forgotten old pot. Before touching it, I already had this crazy little plan. Taro on top, aquatic plants below, fish moving underneath, basically turning an abandoned pot into a tiny underwater kingdom. First goes a layer of soil. Then out comes the legendary knife, doing what legendary knives do, smoothing everything out. This soil will feed the plants and give them a good place to root in. Then I gently watered the soil, just enough to keep it moist. Yeah, not too much, not too little. I pulled out this stick I've been keeping forever and started pressing it into the soil to pack everything down nice and tight. Yeah, this feels way more serious than it should. More soil goes in, building the perfect setup, because apparently I know what plants need. Wow, I just found the perfect plant. Yeah, this one is definitely going in the tank. Let's just hope it doesn't disappoint me. I dug it up, and surprisingly, it came out way too easy. Yeah, I'm not complaining. I carefully pulled out the roots and the stem, making sure not to damage anything. Yeah, this part actually matters. For decoration, same as always. I'm grabbing some small rocks from around the garden. I just kept picking up rocks one after another until I finally had enough. All right, time to hose them down, giving these rocks a proper shower before they go in. Clean rocks? Perfect. No thinking, just action. Welcome to your new home. I arranged the big and small rocks evenly, mixing them together, trying to make it look balanced and intentional. I added a few lava rocks around the tank to help keep the water clean and give beneficial bacteria a place to grow. Yeah, science is happening right now. Now comes the most important part, placing the plant right in the center. Oh wow, look at those bright white roots. They actually look alive. To keep the plant from falling over, I placed a few rocks on the roots, holding it in place like a solid foundation. And I added a few more small rocks, filling every little gap. Yeah, nothing gets left unfinished. All right, now it's time to bring in the water. This is where everything either works or completely falls apart. I kept filling it up, even letting it overflow, just to wash away all the dirt. Yeah, sometimes the solution is just more water. So, do you know where this water came from? Take a guess. All right, here's the secret. I took the water from my big tank because it already has all the good bacteria. Here we go. The moment of truth. Guppy's going in. Now it finally feels real. I gently tilted the container, letting the fish swim out on their own into their new home. Look at them, already acting like they own the place. Still looks a bit empty, right? All right, let's add some green moss to bring it all together. Carefully pushing the moss down, trying to keep everything in place, and also trying not to traumatize the fish. I'm thinking, maybe the fish will come over and play with my hand. You know, just being curious. All right, the moss is done. Now let's just relax and watch the fish swim around. All right, let me show you a floating plant tank I built earlier. And honestly, this one turned out pretty awesome. Look at those floating leaves. So green, so healthy, they almost look too perfect to be real. And here's the tank after 20 days. Some old leaves gave up and said, "My shift is over." While new leaves showed up like, "Don't worry, we got this." They keep pushing upward, greener and stronger every day. Nature really knows how to keep the show going. No joke, I didn't think these taro plants would grow this fast. They're out here acting like they're trying to take over the whole tank. Look at those dewdrops on the taro leaves. Tiny little water pearls just chilling there like luxury decorations. The baby taro leaf is down there looking all fresh and innocent. Meanwhile, the older leaves got massive and muscular, out here providing full-time shade service for the tank. Look at them. These fish are so hungry, I wiggle my hand in the water and they come charging like I'm serving dinner. All right, I should stop trolling these fish. They've made it very clear they want food. The fish are swarming the food like a tiny underwater riot. Everybody's fighting for bites like rent is due tomorrow. I'm just sitting here watching fish drama unfold. All right, come explore this tiny underwater world with me. Let's see how these little guys are doing in their new kingdom. These roots are growing so fast it feels like a quiet underwater invasion. Every day they spread a little more. At this rate, the fish are living in Root City now. All right, let's take a stroll through this underwater neighborhood. The plants are out here growing like they're in a competition for who can be the greenest. And look at these fish, chasing each other around, playing like kids at recess. Honestly, I didn't know underwater life was this much of a party. Oh wow, they definitely see the camera now. It started with a few curious fish nosing up to the lens, but now the whole gang is charging in waves, bumping, circling, staring, like I accidentally opened an underwater fan meeting. Quick question, are there any aquarium people hiding in the comments? If you're into building tanks like I am, drop a comment below. Let's form a tiny underwater support group. All right, I'm parking the camera right here. Let's spy on Fish Society and see how these underwater roommates live when nobody's bothering them. This might turn into a fish reality show real quick. All right, friends. The fish are happy, the tank is alive, and the adventure continues. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.